yes, I'm going to continue my clip now. And as I was saying, Sazit Urdumulush is going to be my bookkeeper. And to appoint him, I need to go into Nobles, press N, and then bookkeeper, and then I should choose Sazit Urdumulush, whatever his name was. However, he's not on the map yet, so I have to wait a little bit. And this is good because I need to check if any of the dwarves are vampires. Or is a vampire, I should say. And to do that, I want to make them all go down a bit like this. Now I can probably see all of them, I think. And then I press K, and I am just above the dwarf here. And the first thing you should probably look at is the social skills. Social skills here. And as I can see, none of the dwarves here have any social skills whatsoever. Almost all of them are 0. And usually vampires have a pretty high social skill, but it's not really. You can't really use any of these to be certain. All of these things I'm going to mention now are pointers, and they only are valid in the version I'm playing on, which is version 34.04. And if I'm pressing K and I'm pressing on the dwarf and I'm pressing enter to see the thoughts and preferences. And here you can see loads of info on the dwarf. The first and quickest thing you can see is if this blue list here, blue text here, it's very long, it's very big compared to others. It means that the dwarf has been in many different places, and or maybe that the dwarf is lying about being in many different places. And if this list is very, very long, the dwarf might be a vampire. The other thing you can look at is if it says she or he has the appearance of someone being that years old, somewhere around here. But I don't see it. I only see she is 53 years old, born, blah blah blah. The other thing you can look at is if they have many children, and none of the children are coming with them or are already in the fort, or if they are married to someone which isn't coming with them. Let's see, she's married to Tulon Twinkled Posts, and he's not coming with her, but I don't think she's a vampire anyway, because she has none of the other signs. Later on, when you have had the dwarves for a while, you can look at their thoughts they have had in the latest times, and if none of them are about beds or tables or chairs or drinks or food. Another thing you can look at is if it's down here somewhere says that she hasn't had a drink in a very long time, or maybe it's up here. And if you've missed a vampire, you will probably see it the first when you find a corpse somewhere, which is drained of blood, or when one of the dwarves has either the faint or pale status in the health, without having been into a fight or having been bitten by something. I'm going to check all my dwarves now, one by one. You don't have to see it, since they all will probably be non-vampires. But if I find one that looks like a vampire, I will show you. And now something else I see is that my wagon over here is empty. And then I'm going to remove it by pressing Q. And then when it's flashing green like this, I can press X. And now a carpenter will go up and he will pick it apart and the remains of it will be wood, and that wood could be used for normal construction of carpenting stuff. I decided to change one thing, and that's the furnace operator into a stone crafter. And stone crafters are really useful because they can make loads of stuff from stone, and the most important of them, I think, is wood, stone crafts and pots. And pots are good because they are exactly the same as barrels, except they are made of stone instead of wood. This means that you don't have to have someone going up and cutting down a tree to make the barrels all the time and then transporting the wood down. Instead, you can just pick up the stone that's laying all around you here and use it to build pots. And now I'm going to show you where the furnaces are. They are on furnace here, and wood furnace is the first one I'm going to build. I'm going to build it far away there because it's probably only going to be used a few times. And then I'm going to build a smelter. And a smelter is the place where you make all the metal bars. And the metal bars are later used in the metalsmith's forge, which is inside the workshops. I'm gonna place it over here, I think. Distance 2. And to build a metalsmith's forge, you need an anvil, and this is where your anvil comes in, that you used in that you chose in your bark options. And I also built a jewelry workshop here, and I got the mechanics and I got the masons. I think that's all for now. Yes, to use a bookkeeper, you need one table and one chair, and this is because he needs a study room, and that's why I'm going to choose to build a table and a chair on the carpenter's workshop now. I think I could also build one on the masonry workshop, but he has no. Maybe I'll build it on the mason workshop instead. I can build bins here instead. And bins are used for storing many other things compared to barrels. And the things that use bins are ammo, armor, bars and blocks, cloth, coins, finished goods like furniture, gems, leather, and weapons. But food stockpiles use barrels and large pots instead of bins. One thing that should be noted about bins is that you can make them on metal forge, but making a metal bin will take 3 metal bars, and that's a lot of metal bars, I think, compared to just one piece of wood for making a wooden bin. And I'm going to construct a lot more beds, since I need all the beds for the new people coming here. The new dwarves, I mean. I think I'm going to see you on the next clip, and we'll see what I'll do there. I haven't really decided yet. See what I run into.